Alright boys, welcome back to another Black Clover mobile video. Wasn't planned to record this today, I'm not even ready, my hair's still a mess right now. But we now have leaks to a bunch of new characters coming towards the game. More importantly, Spirit Dive Yuno, who is looking like to be the next festival character considering the lineup that we have leaks on. They're all seasonal characters, right? So we know this is the next big bad boy. And I believe JP's coming up to his anniversary. So I think this is the 1 year anniversary character. So I mean, we still got a while before it comes out, you know, probably like a month or so now, but still exciting stuff. I saw a little bit of the kit, and for the looks of it, just of course how it should be, he is very similar towards Asta in terms of how he plays. You'll see what I mean in a second. But boys, before we get into that, if you want to stay up to date about Black Clover content, and of course if you want to see daily Black Clover content, and of course subscribe, and of course hit the like button to help the video get out there. So let's jump over towards the new characters first, and that is obviously the new seasonal characters. We do know that the next season after the one currently right now on JP and KR is going to be a new actual Clover Academy reel, which you can kind of see slightly in the artwork they use in the manga. Here is his kit on screen if it's been leaked. We're not going to dwell too much on it. It's a new reel, but we are going to be getting new Noelle, which I think people are kind of upset about. I don't mind. I like Noelle, plus I like this outfit. She's by far the most prominent one on the Clover Academy. So if anything, this is like the biggest Clover Academy character we can get here in a way. But once again, I like the design of the character. It looks like she's being based off her actual underwater temple arc, where she travels underwater when she gets the bubble. That seems to be where she's based on. Hopefully gearing up in the future to get a Sea Dragon's Lord as well. And also we're going to be getting a new seasonal party outfit, just like the new actual Mosa and also William. But we're going to be getting Kahono. And also to keep in view the captains, we are going to be getting a Nozel, which once again we don't mind. I don't mind getting these characters. Once again, they weren't great in the game, so getting new versions of them do look pretty good. Once again, I'm not really reading their passives right now, so I actually don't know how good they are, but you look can see what they do on screen. We actually have a Twitter post here because it's an important one. But do we know what color he is? But yeah, you can see straight away from reading just skill 1 is if Spirit Dive is present, grant a buff. So the character is going to be very similar to a Black Asta in terms of like, you know, you're kind of like at the start, but then when you get your buff, you're one of the best characters in the game. So let's read through it. So inflicts mobility to reduce debuff onto an enemy single target. Once again, we have to wait to see percentage. Very similar towards obviously Julius, but you're not getting that speed increase like how he does, right? But if the Spirit Dive is present, you are going to get the speed buff, but only for himself, right? So once again, I assume it's going to be a lot better than Julius because 1 is a newer character, and 2, the actual speed increase is only for himself. I mean, granted, the speed increase is different towards how Julius does mobility, but still, I imagine it can be a lot better. The second skill is going to reduce mobility, single target. Once again, you've got to remember, these skills are probably going to do quite a lot of damage, right, rather than just dealing you know, a debuff, right? Spirit Dive is on himself. He is going to inflict silence guaranteed, which is actually pretty good. Not total silence, so it's not the actual ultimate. It's only the single target or the AoE skill. Not AoE, the tier 2 skill. But still, it's pretty good. I mean, once again, they kind of use ultimate straight away during turn 1, so stopping Julius from using that AoE skill is going to be pretty good as well. I imagine it's going to be like 2 turns because Spirit Dive, it's not a thing you can always have on, so it's got to be a long debuff. Then the ultimate, it's going to inflict total silence onto 1 enemy, so it is a single target skill. Also grants Spirit Dive, so this is not very much like Asta where you have to drop below a certain amount of like actual you know, HP. He's going to actually grant it to himself. You don't need that additional Witch Queen or additional like who's in his party, Mimosa or William, to make him go into it. Grants also increased speed buff as well. Once again, we don't know the exact level, but he's going to be getting probably a lot of speed, because certainly he's getting speed buff here and also another speed buff on his skill 1. I assume it's going to be like Black Asta to when you lose the first ability. So if you have Spirit Dive on, you're not going to reduce the mobility. You're going to get that speed buff instead. How long does it last for, though? We don't know, but I imagine 2 turns, right? It can't be anything lower than 2. Yeah, because 1 turn just not makes it. It's got to be 2 turns. The Spirit Dive buff doesn't do anything. It's just, hey, you get obviously better skills. Passive at the start of the turn grants a Blessing of the Wind Spirit. Blessing of the Wind Spirit is going to increase damage dealt by a certain amount. Stacks up to a few times. Upon gaining Spirit Dive, you're going to get the invulnerability, so the immortality, I assume, right? And at the start of the turn, you're going to grant yourself an SP buff. I imagine this is going to, yes, scale up a lot more, depending on what dupe shoot you get. I doubt you're going to be recycling this, right? Because from the looks of it, yeah, you gain it, boom, you get it again. you probably lose the buff after 2 turns, and then you got your another ultimate again, and then boom, you get more SP again. So you can probably keep on cycling ultimate a lot faster. It looks like he's going to be probably a big DPS character. Not as much as Asta, how he is right now in his actual anti-magic form, but he'd probably be a bit more consistent and not rely on like the late game. Partner skill, so combo attack, he's going to remove the mortality. So if you're versus another Yuno, you can do the combo attack, especially if you use the ultimate to get it yourself, and then they also have it, but then you get like, imagine you get like 4 SP straight away, and then hopefully build up towards that partner skill one and boom, remove it, because it only requires 6 actual the combo attack only requires 6. His skill page is going to inflict the actual barrier immunity on his skill too, so no one, or the person you're attacking, can't gain barriers. I mean, the world's probably not that important now in the JP meta, I don't think, but if it is, then that's still pretty good to stop people. Actually, no, it's a Charlotte. Yeah, that's it. Charlotte is the one, because we don't have it on global right now. But the actual season 5 Charlotte for us, or season 6 Charlotte for JP, she has like an ultimate where you apply like a big shield towards like your high attack target. So yeah, that's why that is there. So that's gonna be pretty good. And also as well, if Spirit Dive is present upon attacking, then a chance to gain an SP buff. So you can imagine that's gonna be probably 100% when you get that towards obviously max deep skill page. But yeah, if you put everything together, he looks like he's gonna be recycling his ultimate a lot faster than like any other character we've seen so far. I mean, the red one kind of already does that, so I like what they're doing here. They kind of just made a better, more DPS version of the red we have currently right now, because yeah, it looks like the start of turn, not even the waves, it's turn. So whenever you have, literally, whenever you start your turn, every single time, you're going to gain an SP buff. And if you assume if you get him that, maybe it's like 1 or 2, because, yeah, any more probably a bit broken. But then when you attack, you're going to get more SP as well, guaranteed, this when you max the skill page. So you can probably recycle your Spirit Dive way more consistently the more dupes you get. And it looks like as well, he's going to get increased damage dealt as well. So his damage might be pretty good as well. We don't know his color. I assume red, maybe, because you might want to use him instead of the red Yuno on the mono red team with Black Asta. I can see that's what they're doing. If it looks like he doesn't really like he's countering Black Asta in a way. I mean, I guess he does, removing mortality. But I think also the Marileona has that too. So yeah, boys, that is going to wrap up today's video. Our first look at obviously, you know, the kit towards actual Spirit of Zephyr. You know, did I say Zephyr? It's Spirit Dive. Yikes. Okay, well, I did not mean that. We're still quite a few months away from that one, but still, Spirit Dive, you know, he looks interesting, looks very fun. I really like how the red one plays, with the fact that you can get a lot of SP quick, and you can get mobility increase, which is literally what he does as well in a way, but he's going to get speed instead. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. He's going to look probably really good in game. The Marileona animations they got going for her, like the way she stands there on fire, looks sick. So, they do put a lot of effort into towards these actual, like, festival limited characters. So I'm looking forward to it. So, boys, let me know what you think of, you know, are you excited? Are you going to be saving for him? Because, well, right now, global players are starting to save for Marileona, but maybe by the time we get her, we know what this guy does, or more detail. Maybe you've seen him, because I don't know when he comes out. But, yeah, but thank you for watching, and, yeah, peace.